Welcome to the AgriImages SatShot Map Center 2.0 tutorial. This one we'll be looking at the map layers. There's a bunch of different map layers, and in some areas you might even have more than what's shown here, and depending what you have selected too as well throughout your field here. There's many different layers you can look at. I'll just start off by showing you the background map you see here is actually from the Bing Maps. So if you ever go on Bing, it's basically the same background imagery. This is just background imagery too. And this actually, one in this area is actually shot last year. And we also have different imagery in here too as well for background. We also have the NAPES. You might be aware of that. The FSA will take that imagery around the country. Some states they do every year, like Iowa. Some they do it every other year, even once every 3 years, and they're starting to do more. So I'm just going to take the virtual Earth background off, and it'll go to white screen. And you can easily look at all your fields and do what you need to do, which is doing a white screen. You don't need a background. It's just there for kind of a reference point. The difference right here is there's just two different types of NAPES for area, and mine area actually is NAPE 14. These ones I believe are from 2009, and as time goes we have other years going back to 2002 or 3 I believe for most states. They're not up here right now, but once you see them you'll see you say NAPE 2003 for your area, NAPE 2004 if you have it. I believe this one's 09. Could be 08. Not quite sure on that, but it's just another background map to look at. The more you're zoomed out, the longer this one will take to load. So you'll want to be careful how zoomed out you are for loading these. The virtual Earth background will load fine as you zoom out. Like I'll show you an example. Once you zoom in, it'll be a little more higher res. But once you zoom out, it gets a little lower resolution. I'll show you here. I'll just zoom out a little bit because of the high resolution of this. The larger you get out, the more it takes to load. So this is a little lower resolution, but you can still see all the section lines or fields. So that's what you'll see when you zoom out. There's also other layers to work with in here. For instance, right now I'm at the field layers. These are just my fields that I've had saved. You can also put up soils. These are the main soil maps that the U.S. has. So you can see the lines of those. If you'd want to analyze one of these soils, you just have to have this selected in there. You go in analysis options, and just click which one. There's actually two boundaries underneath the Ellingson quarter here, so if I want to do both, I just hit extract soil map, then it will go in your active data sets. You would hit the save button and it would save it to your main menu. I'm going to take the soils off right now, and I'll just put the clue layers on. These are the CLU boundaries that the FSA has taken over the years, and they change here and there. It's basically the field record they have of the field boundary they have on record for your field, and they'll come out in a blue boundary like so. And from there you can also select those boundaries by clicking with the blue button here on selecting those, and save them under field management like was gone over in a different segment. But that's just the layers there for the most part. You can toggle these up and down. You can have it be second, you can have it be first, you can have it be last. So it just moved up right there. These DOQs, those are the black and white background photos that were taken mid 80s to 90s depending on your area. People are most aware of what those are. You get those from the FSA too. So the NAPE is the color. Now Virtual Earth is a color one too, but from from Bing, and the DOQs are just the black and whites. The attributed clues, that's a different layer from a different list. We work with a company called FMID. They have an attributed list of the different names that are associated with the field, so depending on how you're using it, you might see that as well. Those come up at a little lighter blue color. Clearly you can take the fields off too. If I want to take my save fields off, those can go away if I just would want the clues. So now the clues are up here. My field is still highlighted here because I had it highlighted, but if I just want my save fields that are from my farm fields and boundaries, I can just unselect and deselect that as I want. So that's the basics of the different map layers. Once again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call or email us anytime. Thank you.